It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Lions and the Cowboys, and it's all up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we got a three in store. As it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player of the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Now Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and a couple. He'll keep it himself. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out right to Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Up the middle they go. Pendleton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at it 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Pendleton. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now backed up to get this drive started. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. but he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Off play action. Barker. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Back to throw. Barker. That's caught by Tucker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Operating from the gun. Barker goes to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. And heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go. But you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Williams. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Barker finding Williams once more. Complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Back to throw again. Rifles one incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And taken into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards at a first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Looking to throw. Austin. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down. And they may be going backward here. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Austin. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 4. Again, he'll drop the throw. Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba. His 2nd catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. They'll look to throw again. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Austin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Back to throw. Austin. Well, he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Austin escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Austin. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can draft anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Barker throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Tucker. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Barker throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Tucker. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Punching it in from a yard away, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Here's Austin throwing to start the drive. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Austin. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took a deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Pendleton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Austin. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Pendleton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Ethan Evans on that punt. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times we get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. 7 catches for him now on this last one, a first down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Barker. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Touchdown! Great play there. 54 yards. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Looking to throw. Austin. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came on the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's second down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He finds Smith-Njigba.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Going right back to Smith-Njigba.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw. Austin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now he's signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in his first half of play.
Second and one.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals squaring off against the New Orleans.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
At the 50-yard line.
Looking to throw. Barker. That's caught by Tucker. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Back to throw. Barker. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the Lions' 27-yard line.
Looking to throw. Barker got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. Well, the final drive, this is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw. Barker, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
Offense.
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Barker firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this is caught for a touchdown. Great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bates.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now a handoff up the middle. Pendleton. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this again?
Encroachment defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that,
Automatic first down.
and that's just a free gift to the offense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. To throw again is Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
At the 45-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 13. This is caught by Tucker. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 37. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he will find his man on the outside. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Looking to throw. Barker. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the side.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Jackson now.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Again, Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 1st and 15. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Up the middle they go. Pendleton. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They've yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions get a bit closer. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably rather have the bye.
You remember that conference call we had before the playoffs started? We were talking with some people in the industry and some of the coaches that are out there. And we kind of posed the same question. You know, if you're coming off of a game like this, you know, and you're taking on a team that had that open week, which way do you want to go? And you remember the answer they gave us? I want the better team. Okay, I get it. But I think there's a lot to having that momentum of having played versus coming off of that layoff, because maybe you start a little bit slower. We see those upsets happen all the time.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Joseph. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Back to throw. Barker. That's caught by Tucker. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Back to throw now on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Now a second and 6.
On the pickup. Second and 6.
Looking to throw. Barker. And that is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Cowboys have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throw left side complete. That's Bates. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 6.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's caught inside the 25.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. Throwing is Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And now whistles and a flag. And I think
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Jackson, and he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. 81 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.